Open the curtains, lights on. Don't miss a moment of this experiment. Oh, the book is strange, like clockwork orange. Keep your eyes buttered till the end.
It's nice to finally see the lyrics to the theme song.
Inside the mirror, do you see someone else in the body? Transform me 1 hand, 2 hand, 3 hand. Turn around, sound like a doggy till I finish my beat. Cut it off, cut down your nose. All the super loyalty is gonna get you killed. You make Rubicon convenient theories for the
It makes me realize that all of Project Moon games tend to be very cynical about the world. I mean, obviously, the worlds set in the Project Moon games are already dark, but sometimes I feel like it's a reflection of our own world, or at least in regards to Korean society, the amount of pressure that they go through. Okay, so I do want to go back a little. I believe it was not there. So all that stubborn loyalty is gonna get you killed. That actually got me thinking about how, what is it? Loyalty towards work and the whole overworking or dying from overworking. Makes me wonder if it does allude to that to some degree. And I'm sure in the Project Moon games, that work ethic is reflected in the game itself or inside the game with the characters. Either because they're, I'm not really sure if it's the library. Actually, I think it can pertain to all the Project Moon games to some degree, where they're loyal to the company and that gets them killed, especially after seeing Lobotomy Corporation and the videos for that. Yeah, I feel like that's a very good line that fits with that. And I do believe the main girl in there is the same girl in Library of Ruina, right? Please correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they're the same people. At least it felt like it in the Library of Ruina trailer. Maybe she doesn't remember about her past, but that used to be her previous self before she lost her memories. I'm not sure if she lost her memories, but it's just something that I thought about as I was listening to the song. And I wonder if it's alluding to the previous game, along with this game, where loyalty is not going to keep you alive, essentially. And there was another line. Let's see. Oh yeah, so the line about the puppets, and then at least, you know, if you're going to treat me like a marionette, then let me, be killed theatrically or whatever it was. It makes you think of the whole idea that society tends to treat you like a robot or even a marionette, as they said in this song. And I really truly do believe that because Project Moon references to a lot of novels, it also reflects our current society too because of that. A lot more than maybe some other games, because the amount of books that they allude to or reference is a lot more than I expected, at least when someone sent me a list of the books of what they reference in each game. But since it's to that degree, I do feel like everything in this game is either criticizing society, just like the books that they chose, or to some degree some aspect of it. And in some cases I do feel like they do, point out some of the flaws of Korean society, especially since this company is from Korea and this is a Korean gacha game. Or no, not a gacha game. It's a Korean game. Oh, I'm so sorry. It's a Korean game, so I do feel like they're taking aspects of their culture and putting it into their game to show that maybe this isn't the right way to go about it. But if you are going to force me into this kind of role, then at least make it great. Or as they said, kill me theatrically. And even when they said that their heart is going to one end and their head is going the other, it just goes to show just how much societal rules don't allow them to follow their heart, so they most likely have a lot more cognitive dissonance when they're going about their life. And it's also why it makes them feel like they're like basically a robot in the inside that's wearing a human skin and isn't actually a person, because humans are more equivalent to having a heart or a soul in some cases, and robots don't really have souls, they just follow commands. At least if we're not going to go too deep into it. That's how I feel. So I feel like this game does reflect elements of that. I'm not really sure just how in-depth it goes into it, but that's the feeling that I'm getting from this particular song. I don't really know how accurate I am since I haven't played the game and I only watched a couple of videos of Library of Ruina and the Botany Corporation. Obviously this is Library of Ruina theme song, but it's in the same universe, so I do believe it has some ties and similar themes and reflections of society in there. Obviously, the universe itself is not our world, but I'm sure since it's taking inspiration from other books that are, I think in some cases, criticism towards society, so it does have the same similar flow, or at least understanding in the game itself, or at least in the music, from what I can tell. I'm not entirely sure since I haven't listened to the rest of the music, but that's the thing that I'm getting for this particular one. So let's move to the next one.
Yes, I have been so afraid. Yes, I have been so distant, consistently indifferent. It's hard to put that in an amicable sentence. I'm sorry, actually, not really. There's stress, so much work, too much work to be done. Committing to commitments, hiding my indulgence, the freedom we sacrifice for love. You also made me whole the first time that you gave me loyalty, more patience and persistently listen. It's hard to describe what I'm feeling at the moment.
This song is very unnerving. Wait, what? What about blood? Oh no, you can't just end it there. Okay, it was like kind of normal-ish, kind of creepy in the beginning, and then at one point, like near the end, there was like this switch when they entered the vehicle, and then all of a sudden the lyrics are like, "Oh, we're feeding on each other and drinking blood or something, but the drink I prefer is water." Like, what? What are you talking about? What is this creepy lyric saying? I don't really... Are they saying that love is like a parasite where they're ruining each other when they prefer something like water, which actually is very good for us and that we need to live a healthy life? Is that what it's saying? I'm gonna think of it like that because it's kind of creepy. Oh, but I can see why everyone in the comments were like talking about Love Town, or at least mentioning it. It does give this like very creepy underlying dark themes type of vibe, and the whole gore aspect. So it makes me a tiny bit scared of what it's like. But actually, I do wonder, is Love Town in the beginning of Library of Ruina, or is it near the middle? Because I do wonder if I'll ever be able to get to it if I do continue playing Library of Ruina when I do play it for the first time. I guess I'll see. In any case, let's go to the next one.
Do the candles look forward to being used? Enjoy the day, adieu, adieu. Every word I have saved for you came out wrong. Afterwards, so I spoke no more. Would you say that someone who had every intention to be brave was a coward? Must be great being you, power comes as second nature. Must feel amazing to be longed for, longed for. My open cemented excuses to my lash line, so I could see no more.
I was hoping that they would have English lyrics, but I guess not. Or at least the subtitles. But it's fine, I'll enjoy the music and try hard to understand what they're saying.
So which home should someone as weak as I go? Which sky should I I could hear no more.
This song is like a lullaby, very relaxing and very ethereal, especially with the mentions of the sky and no longer hearing no more, or I guess hearing no more, not no longer. It's almost like a fever dream, the way this song is. It doesn't help that the image itself reminds me of an angel, so the piano with the soothing voice, singing voice, in combination with the lyrics, that reminded me of a lullaby, but also things or songs that talk about legends and history. It kind of reminds me of that too. I didn't catch everything that they were saying, mostly because it's a little difficult for me to catch the words when I'm listening to a song compared to if I'm watching something. So it's always nice to have lyrics, but since I didn't really have lyrics, it's hard for me to like pull things out of it. But in general, the melody, the instruments used, the voice, and the few words that I did catch along with the visual in front of me really makes me think of an angelic song or a lullaby that's telling a kid, you know, things that they should know, or I guess legends of the past or whatever it is. But I'm sure there is more to it since it is about hearing no more. So I assume that either their voices are no longer being heard by whoever it is that needs their voice to be heard in this game. But it does make me look forward to when, or I would like to know what the general context is. Like, you don't have to give me too much spoilers, but is this song being played during a boss fight? Because if so, then that's a quite interesting choice of music for a boss battle, at least in my opinion. It does make me wonder what the boss fight is like to have this kind of music, because it doesn't bring about a creepy undertone, unlike the other song. It has a very relaxing and sleepy vibe to it, which I appreciate. In any case, I do like the song, so I guess we'll move on. It's very nice, and I'm looking forward to the next one. I do wish that they had lyrics or subtitles, English subtitles for their videos, but not all of them have it, unfortunately, at least for the ones on the official channel and also in the other channel, so it's all good. Let's go. This will be the last song.
Sleep for a total of 800 hours per day, and then drink a liter of milk warm up before you go play. Only each or right or pull the trigger with her right hand. Only thing that's left is to work on following commands. By the time you realize you'll be restrained to a desk, and with her drinks on the floor, you comply as straight to the test. In 30 minutes, find a cream or buy a massive brunette. In 90 hours, spill the seems to listen. It takes my heart being broken and broken again to know that I am the reason why the sufferings never end.
Sheesh, that's so dark.
For another vendetta,
Or very cynical.
going through the shells, making out my parade and persona. Children of the city sees only the neon stars.
It's very
Upon the
lacking in hope.
sky, don't ask me why. I desperately wish to be noticed by the city's eye.
Noticed by the city's sigh.
Do not go home until you finish reading the value of heat. 2.718282539747247113526028740977572470936699955724770966762.
This song, there are a few things I want to go back to just to confirm my thoughts. So sleep for a total of 800 hours per day. I did notice this throughout the song, but it seems like they tend to over-exaggerate the amount of number or the, what is it? I guess in this case, they exaggerate the amount of hours, and it's not possible to sleep 800 hours a day. 8 hours a day, yes, but not 800. And that's also the case throughout the rest of the video. The numbers are extremely bloated. I guess that's the somewhat term that I can sort of use that sort of describes what I want to explain myself. But it's quite interesting how they increase the number of whatever it is that they're using the number for. And as a very, I think what they were saying about the whole learning to basically kill before being killed, I guess. Survival of the fittest type of situation. And also the fact that they learn to be a grown-up before they're even a grown-up. Which is yet another reminder that it reminds me of, or I feel like it's a criticism, again, towards their society that they're living in. Mostly because, especially in Korea and in other countries like Japan and probably China and a few other countries, they tend to have, after school classes? Or I guess in Korea it would be hagwon. They have a lot of hagwons that they go to even when they're like a kindergartner. Like they might go to English academy, math academy, taekwondo or something, and like a whole bunch of other stuff, piano, whatever it is that their parents want. And they don't really get a chance to experience their childhood. And I do wonder if they implemented that part into the game itself to reflect that, because it's kind of the feeling that I've been getting throughout this entire song, where children of the city, which is the name of the song, don't get to live life as children, and instead they experience disappointment after disappointment, and they realize that they are the disappointment, when in actuality technically they shouldn't be, but that's how they feel. Can't really deny how they feel. And because of that, everything feels exaggerated, where it's to the point where it feels like you're sleeping for many, many hours, when in reality you're not sleeping that much. You don't get to be a kid, instead you have to backstab people to get ahead in life. And it's just a bunch of negativity and self-destruction and no empathy for others because of that. And let me see, where was it? Yeah, where you need to be, or you have to have a persona to survive, which is why it's pre-written in one of the lines. And there was a part, here it is. Learn to fight before I knew love or bitterness of coffee. Usually, technically, you should be drinking coffee when you're an adult, and maybe find love when you're a little older than, for example, if you're a kindergartner. But the fact that maybe in this world, adults show or try to fight everyone, and so kids have no choice but to also do the same, because there's no one to really guide them in the right direction, especially if society deems that it's more important to fight others than to understand your emotions, your thoughts, to embrace yourself, and not think of yourself as a failure just because you aren't going at the same speed as everyone else. Which is really sad, because everyone learns differently, and no education system or societal standards are going to be the determination of, or the determining factor of whether you're successful or not, because I think that's something that you yourself have to realize. But I do believe that in this case, they feel like their entire purpose in life is to get ahead of everyone else, which is to fight them, backstab them, do whatever you can. And just like how that's the case in a lot of societies, in our world, I feel like that's also the same in this universe. And I do feel like that universe, or I guess Project Moon universe, is definitely a reflection of our society, maybe to a greater degree, or maybe it's more exaggerated than what we currently experience, but maybe in a lot of cases actually the same as what current society is experiencing. Sure, we're not, killing each other and all that, but we might kill each other's soul instead. So that's pretty much what I'm getting from this song. It was a very, not disturbing, but it kind of hits you in the heart, because it's something that you might have experienced at one part in your life. Sure, you might not have experience going to, for example, Hagwon since you were like a little kid and growing up with that, unless you're Korean or whatever, or have a similar community or cultural thing like that. But I'm sure you had moments where you had to learn how to fight others, might even backstab someone before as a kid, and you just don't know any better as a kid, because you just follow what others do, and that makes you have more disappointment in yourself, and you realize, oh, I don't really have a purpose in life, as in I'm not like the super important person that you're not like the main character from a webtoon or something. So it can bring a lot of great disappointment, and you start to feel like your disappointment, like they were saying throughout here, and that no one has empathy, which is what I feel like is the case in this too. A heart nobody seems to listen. But yeah, I thought the song so far, I haven't gone through all the songs. There will be a part 2 video, or else this video is going to get too long. But I do feel like the songs so far have been a lot more of a reflection of current society than the Limbus Company ones. I mean, I believe Limbus Company also does have that aspect, but it focuses more, I don't know, it just has a really, there's like a huge shift between the two. There's like a super big difference, but I just can't seem to figure out what that difference is for now. Maybe I'll figure it out once I'm actually playing the game. But I do like both. They both have their, I guess, criticism towards society, and also probably the world in the game, and also the struggles that the characters face. Oh, maybe that's what it is, where the songs in Library Ruina seem to have a more encompassing overall general feel, while the Limbus Company ones have a more character specific type of, like, it's someone's inner feelings. Well, this can be applied to anyone in the game kind of difference, I suppose. At least that's my assumption. I don't know how wrong or correct I am, but I do look forward to figuring out the difference in the style and also the feeling between the two games. Or I guess 3 games if we include Lobotomy Corporation. I do know Library and Lobotomy are way harder than Limbus, so I'm a little worried about this. But I guess it should be fine. Anyways, if you enjoyed watching this video and would like more of it, then make sure to give it a like, comment down below, subscribe, and share. And I'll be having a Library Ruina live stream. I still don't have a date yet. I think I do have the date on my Discord server, so if you're interested, make sure to mark it as interested. And if not, then you can just check out my channel to see when it'll be held. I'm sure I'll be having the live stream scheduled on my channel soon, so you can keep an eye on that, or maybe it's already out by the time this video is out to the public, but we shall see. In any case, if you would like to chat during the live stream, then make sure to go to my Ko-Fi and join my Discord through there, or just join my Discord and become a server subscriber that way. Either one works, and I look forward to talking with all of you, actually, not just on YouTube. If you want to talk more about Library Ruina with me and the other members, then join my Discord server. That'll be for free. Don't worry about that. So I look forward to see you guys there. And if not, then I hope I'll see you in the rest of my videos for Library Ruina. Bye!